constitutional process that commenced over a month ago when the Judicial Service Commission declared 10 vacancies of the High Court and 1 of the Administrative Court. The vacancies came about following some judges leaving office through attrition and some because of some disciplinary issues that were coming into being. Then we also have the judge of the Administrative Court, Mr. Justice Tambea, who is retiring. He's already retired. He is currently on contract. And as soon as we finish the recruitment process, we'll then replace Judge Mandela, will proceed for his leave, and he will be replaced. So when after we called for the nominations, we invited members of the public to nominate, including His Excellency the President. We received in excess of 70 applications, which we then vetted to check on compliance with the Constitution. Some of the candidates were not complying with the Constitution in terms of, for example, you must have been practicing for a period of not less than 7 years, or you must be of 40 years and above. These are some of the constitutional requirements or thresholds that the candidates were supposed to make sure that they satisfy. So after vetting and removing those candidates who did not comply, we're left with around 66 candidates for the High Court and about 8 candidates for the Administrative Court, who were then subjected to the first part of the interview. This first part of the interview involved them writing an examination on issues of law, and after the examination, some of them did not make it. They did not perform well in the examination, which means we had to whittle down the numbers. We were left with 36 candidates for the High Court and 3 candidates for the Administrative Court. These are the candidates that are now participating in the second stage of the interviews. And we are interviewing 18 candidates today for the High Court and 18 candidates tomorrow for the High Court to make them 36. And on Wednesday, we interview the 3 candidates for the Administrative Court. After the interviews are done on Wednesday, the Commission is now going to retire and deliberate on the interview so that they come up with a list of candidates that they are going then to recommend to His Excellency the President for him to choose the 10 candidates for the High Court and 1 candidate for the Administrative Court. So this is the process that is unpacking itself at the moment. So we'll be based here at the Crown Plaza Hotel until Wednesday, when the final list of the successful candidate will be drawn up by the commissioners after the interviews have been finalized.
Right. And so far, how has been the process, the interview process, which is currently underway?
The interview process so far, it has started on very well. You'll notice, if you're following the interviews, that there is a broad spectrum of issues that the commissioners are concerning themselves with. They are looking at the ability of a person to be able to interpret questions and appreciate the law, constitutional law, civil law, criminal law. You notice it's being asked, and the integrated electronic case management and the sentencing guidelines, which were recently promulgated. So the commissioners are testing candidates on their knowledge of those legal issues. But more fundamentally as well, the commissioners are concerned with issues of integrity. You would appreciate that issues of integrity, the commission has been seized with those issues for a while now, where some judges' integrity is being brought to question. So they are mindful of this issue, and they are interrogating each and every candidate, because it goes to the core of the quality of a judge that is going to be appointed. And also it answers the question, which is a constitutional question, whether the candidate is fit and proper to be appointed as a judge. So the commissioners are interrogating all those issues. And we are quite happy. You have seen for yourself. I can't answer in terms of performance, but we are quite happy as the administrators in terms of how this process is panning out, and we are looking forward for the finalization of the interviews on Wednesday, so that the entire process can be brought to conclusion.